Hello my wonderful weasels, welcome back to the Game Cave, Weasel Bandit here. We are going to take a look at Prison Architect once again. I've chosen to start completely new with these. You may have seen some of the earlier videos I've done here, tutorial videos, but I chose to start over because now the game is fully released. It wasn't at the time I did the videos, and there are a lot of new features that didn't fit so well with my old. And also I've come up with a new way of designing the prison that I feel is actually better than the last one. So, off to create a new prison. I am going to choose this warden here because the prison I want to do is a luxury prison, a minimal security prison with minimal security prisoners, and as luxury as it can get. That means the fully upgraded cell, and hopefully from that you will get, or I will get, happy prisoners. I want to try it. Then later perhaps I can do a maximum security prison or something like that. But you can read what these wardens do for yourself. It's going to be a large prison. I'm going to remove fog of war because I like the idea that you have to have CCTV cameras to show the area around the prison or inside the prisons, but I don't like how the CCTV cameras work, so I'm gonna leave them out. Forest, yes, free money for when you cut the trees down and sell them. Failure conditions, sure, why not? Gangs, events, yeah, let's try it. And I'm also going to do unlimited funds. And the reason for that is I feel it is more, well, realistic that when you build a prison, you don't just start out with $30,000 and then you have to get prisoners in before the prison is fully finished. And then based on the number of prisoners you have, you will get money to further increase the size of the prison. That doesn't fit. That doesn't compute in my head. What I would usually think is that you would get a bunch of money, and then you could build a prison. And once it's finished, you can then start to profit. So that's what I'm gonna do. I am going to set a budget of $5 million. That sounds like a lot, but considering that we are building a giant prison that can hold up to 500 inmates, that doesn't seem far-fetched. I don't know. I have no idea what it costs, but that's going to be my set limit. And if I'm over that, well, I can get over, but that's not really in my best interest. And also, the point of this gameplay or tutorial or playthrough or whatever you want to call it is to make a profit. That means getting when the prison opens, I will have X amount of $1 million in negative funds. And the point of this gameplay here or tutorial or whatever is to, in as few days as possible, get a positive fund. I don't know what is that called. Yeah, to not have a negative. Yes, something like that. To not have to have green letters or green numbers up here. I don't know. Let's just get started, all right? Just play. It's good that I'm not an accountant. So we are starting off here. First of all, I can't tell you how important this is. Close the prison intake. I can't tell you how many times I've realized that, oh, there are 8 prisoners here and I've only got a building site. So close the prison intake. It's extremely important. Also, what I like to do here is we're going to need deliveries, we're going to need storage, and we are going to need garbage. So storage, I'm just gonna delete these two. Build a storage right here. I usually like to build it like 2060 or something like that. I'm freakishly anal about some things being the right size and symmetry, and then other times it's just totally something I couldn't care less about stuff like that. So garbage doesn't need to be as big, so 10 times 10, that's fine. All right. Also, we will start with hiring some workers. I'm going to start off with 500 workers and then fire some as we don't need as much later on. And for that I have set up a macro software, or I don't know what that's called. So whenever I roll my mouse button downwards, I can hire workers pretty fast. That's that's pretty much a little bit faster than it would usually be to just click, and a lot less stress on your fingers. So and that was 500. I'll just close this again. And yeah, right now we have a lot of workers. Usually I wouldn't hire this many workers, but because I want to show you guys how to do it and I want to do it fast, so first of all I don't have to edit out as much, and you can see things progressing a little bit faster, then I'm going to use 500. Normally I would use like 200 or 250, and yeah, something in that area. Alright, first off, I like to go into quick build here. This is an awesome feature that's new, pretty new, and I want to build 6 offices. I'm going to build them way up here. So 1, 2, 3, and you know the rest. Right. Once that is built, we will hire our warden. It usually gets built pretty fast with 500 workers around. So also auto lights, you can have that on or off. What that does is that it will automatically put lights in the buildings that you build. I usually take it off because I like to place the lights myself, but you can have it as you want for yourself. Alright, as you can see here we have 6 offices. I don't know what happened there, they should all be pointing down there, but that doesn't matter, it works. The warden has an office now, and with the warden's office have been built, with the warden having an office, we can now research finance. It's going to take some time. We will in the meantime dismantle all of the trees here. Down here, dismantle, and then just dismantle all of these trees, because as I said earlier, you can sell them and then receive 3 money. No, not you can receive free money, not 3 money. Yeah, free money. Free money. Free as in gratis. I don't know what's happening with my language skills today. Free money. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got 3 money in my pocket. No, that doesn't make sense. Alright. And as you can see, it's pretty fast to have all the trees removed. Usually it would take a lot longer when you only have 100 or 200 or 250 workers, but this is pretty fast. And if you, at this point, build a export, there it is, export room here, then they will automatically put it on a truck that goes by, and they will sell it and you'll get some money. But this is pocket change when you compare it to how much the prison is going to cost. This is only really important when you start out without the unlimited funds, because then you will want to sell these for, I don't know, like, well, let's see how much it is. You can go in and sell these kind of things here, and once we've done it all, we can see how much it really is. Yeah, it's around $30,000 you can sell that for. So that is basically a $30,000. So that's basically 100% increase of your startup money if you start up the normal way. So that's pretty handy at that point. Right, let's speed up time again, and yeah, a little bit left for the accountant. What I want to do with the accountant right away is build the land expansion. We're going to click that now, and then we are going to hire 5 accountants. Again, this is to speed up things. Usually I would only hire 1 and then let that one accountant research it all. I'm sorry, I have to have a talk with my tongue. I have to research it all. I would research it all with just one accountant, but as you can see, it moves pretty fast compared to, well, maintenance here. So that, for speed purposes, it can be a good idea to do this. Yeah, if time is of the essence. So basically, you need to research all of this as fast as you can. Right. So what to do now is to actually go into the planning stage. And what I want to do, as I told you, is to build a minimum security prison. But you will still need a perimeter wall. So I like to build that as far out as I can. Basically because the gardeners that you hire to take care of if you have grass or to remove weed or something like that, they will only clean the prison inside of the perimeter walls. So if you have perimeter walls like here or so, then you will have some ugly shrubs and weeds and stuff like that out there. Even if you have put in the put grass in or something like that. And I just realized I don't want this wall down here just yet because I need to expand the land. So a quick, yeah, just like that. And also, I don't know what this is, if that's cleanup or what it is, but I'm going to cancel that. And you can cancel by holding down the right mouse button. Right. So this is pretty much being built right now and finished pretty soon. We'll need 2 road gates, one in the top and one in the bottom. Surprise. Yes. These offices will eventually be demolished, and then we will just expand the perimeter wall here. But let's see how far... Oh, she's already gotten that to that point. And bank loan, and wow, that's pretty fast. So, with that, we will buy the land expansion to the west. Yes, we are sure. This will be the final size of the prison, as I have built it. Yeah, and there are trees over here also, and we will ask our workers to demolish those, or not demolish, dismantle those. Cut them down, as they say, as the professionals say. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I guess a lumberjack says, let's cut down the tree, instead of let's dismantle the tree. It's just, it hits the ear wrong. I don't know. But, again, it's free money, so it's always worth having the forest, I think, anyway. It's $60,000 you don't have to earn. And I wouldn't say no to that in real life. Why would I do that in here? So, with this we can finish the perimeter wall all the way. Just remember to close it up tight, because then the prisoners can't escape. Boom. And boom. Alright, this will be the size of the prison. And then I will go into the planning stage. Some like to do this, some don't. In the beginning I didn't do it because I felt it was double the work to first make some plans here that then wouldn't and after that I would have to build on top of the plans. But it turned out to be double the work when I didn't do that, because then I would have to rebuild things. Oh, okay, you are building there. Good. Right. So what I do here is I make a small square here with the 7 times 7 as the proportions, and remember the wall is going to be built here, so it'll be here. We will have the 7 times 7, and then I'll do that from the corner there. Then I have what I think is a pretty symmetrical. I think that symmetrical prison size here. Right. So this will be the exterior walls of the prison. Pretty big, pretty huge. Right. We will need a kitchen, and for reasons that I will explain later, I will be building the kitchen down here. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I want to see the meters or the 4, 5, the measurements right there. I can't do that if I did that from the other way. Right. So there's 1, 2, 3. 3 interiors there. That's going to be the kitchen. And the same up here. Right. And then I will go over to the actual cells. What I've learned is that instead of having like a bunch of cells, or bunch of cell blocks here, and then one big cantina in the middle, where all the different prisoners go to. I've learned that it's actually better, in my opinion, to have several small cantinas, because then the prisoners won't. There won't be as many prisoners in every cantina, and thus you will have less problems. That's my experience anyway. Before I start to build, I want to research something more. She is finished with the extra grant. So with that, I would like to go in here and then take the short-term and the long-term investment, because, well, they will need like 170 hours and 70 hours to unlock. So we can knock that out of the park right now by doing it now. Also, we need to fire an accountant, because we will need the office space for our foreman. He will research these things. Alrighty then. And then we need to hire a foreman. Yeah. Back to the planning. I have tested and tried, and it really spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the best way would be to actually build these cells. And what I've come up with, I want to, let's see, we can build a quick luxury cell right here, so you can see what that means. Yes. Alright, what you see here is the luxury cell. If I had unlocked prison labor, I could see within the logistics here that this would actually rate an 8 out of 10 on the luxury scale. And there are 2 things that are missing. It's missing that it requires an outdoor window there, and it also is required to actually be a little bit bigger. So you can see that this is 7 times 5. It actually needs to be 7 times 6, at least. It needs to be, I think, 16. Yeah, this is actually 20. I think it's... What is this? It's 15, yeah. I think it needs to be 16 square tiles in the middle. So you can actually do it like this. I think it's 16. We can see it once logistics unlocks. But right now, with the window to the outside, this is a 9 out of 10. And I want to have it 10 out of 10. So let's just bulldoze this again and go back to the planning. So what I've done here is not only come up with a way that they can have a 10 out of 10 prison cell, but also that we can also create one that is easy to copy and repeat with the quick build here. So what I've done is the quick build can at the highest do a I think it's a 12 by 12. Let's just check. 12 by 12. And let's see. Exactly. It can't go any further than that. 12 by 12 is the biggest you can copy something. So within a 12 by 12, I have managed to squeeze in 4 prison cells. And I do that by giving them an 18, I think. 18 interior square tiles. And then they have it like this. Let's see. 6 times 3, yeah, that's 18. Great. This will be to the outdoors, so they will actually have a tiny yard, and this is so that everyone, also the one that's built in here, can have a window to the outside. So what I will do here is I will fill out the entire thing here. Normally I wouldn't do that as detailed as I am going to do here, but well, to show you guys how it's done, and well, so you can see the final picture before we move on to the actual building stage, I'll do that for you. Aren't I nice? All for you guys. Well, technically the whole video is for you guys, so I guess that I am pretty nice when you think about it. Alright, as you can see here, the prison is just about roughly planned out now, and everything works fine. I've built it so that just need these to separate the different cell blocks. Exactamundo. Right? Yeah, great. So what I've done is that I've got 4 cells in each of these squares. Each cell block with a cantina in here. This is one cell block, as you can see. If I remember correctly, there should be 96 inmates in each of these cell blocks. So that should add up to, I think, about 517 prison cells. We'll see once we start building it actually. And because of the space required to build 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and 3, there wasn't enough space to do that here. So the last one will be 2 and 2. So, but that still works out. What I've built in here is the cantinas in the middle, and out here is there are 2 of these serving trays. They are 5 times 1, so 5 here and 5 there. And in here there are tables, 3 tables and 3 benches on either side of the tables. That adds up to, I think, the exact amount of prisoners that are here when they have 4. When the benches have room for 4 prisoners each. So this is what I am doing here. Right. So now to the actual middle of, I don't know. What I like to do is to build offices over here, because, well, the entrance is over here and then the offices will also be here. I like to make them 7 wide, because the offices needs to be 4 times 4 in here, and just to get a bit of symmetry inside the offices, I do them 5 times 5s, or 5 times 5 in here. So 7 out, and then we can just build a lot of office space up here. This is just to get some kind of symmetry, because we will be removing some of the walls at a later point. But yes, as you can see here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will delete that and then keep that, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you do one more there, then there won't be. Oh yeah, now I remember. This one here and this one here will not actually be an office. This will be an outdoor area because we will need some something to be here that won't fit in an office. But with that, we have 3 offices and 3 offices, and this was supposed to be the this was supposed to be the reception where new inmates come in, but that is not very big for that. So I think we will do this, take a little bit from either side, and then try again. 7, 7, 7. And then do that one more time here. 7, 7, 7. And then we will do this. See, this is a much better reception area. Right. And then a door there, and doors there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Right. And for the sake of symmetry, we will be building a utility shed or utility building or something over here, and it will also be 7 wide. Yes, it will. 7 wide. Now we come to the interior here, the yard area and the buildings that we will be needing. I usually like to make all of this as a yard area and then have some buildings inside of it. And we will just, I think if a yard is, I don't know, like 10, I think perhaps, perhaps we can do that from down here, 10 to 10. Was that right? No, there it is. 10 to 10, and then do the same from over here. And I think that will be a pretty good size of a yard. Yes. Let's just see how it works in here. All right. Yes. I also like to have some, well, some paths or alleys in between buildings, but we'll see how this will work out. It's 36 high, and if we say 36 wide, then we can just try to see how that will work out with everything symmetrically and all. And right off the bat, I don't know. No. Let's try see if these pathways will be 9 wide. Let's see how that will work out. 36 and 36. Yes. And 9. And then 36, 36. And 9. What will we end up with? We will end up with 36 and 36. All right. So that actually fits up pretty well. So we can just move this and make this into one giant hall. Or one giant building right there. This looks pretty symmetrically, not exactly because of this out here, but I like it. You may do this any way you want to. And these, I think I will divide them up. Let's see how, there's 36, so if it's a 17 there and 17 there, yes, exactly, that will do. Oh, I think that 37, 37. Like this and like that, and then do this and do that, and we have a finished product right here. Then these will be doors and hallways, and then there will be rooms here. Of course, this will still be indoors, but as I said, you can do this however you want to. This is just fiddling and one's own preferences and stuff. So. Alright, now we've ended up with, like, I don't know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 small rooms here, which could be expanded if we needed one larger room here, but I don't know if we'll need that. But we have the freedom and the opportunity to do so. So with that, I actually think that our prison is finished for the planning stage. And let's see, we need to hire some lawyers, and yes, always be sure to remember to further research all of these and fire the accountants until you have just one left. Actually, when you have unlimited funds, you don't need to have an accountant once you've researched this completely, because the reason for an accountant usually is when you don't have the unlimited funds, is to be able to have a negative daily cash flow. You can't have that if you don't have an accountant usually. So, yeah. But with this, I think that I will finish for this video and begin building in the next one. And well, thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and liking the video and just being here at the Game Cave. I will see you in the next video. Bye.